Alright, so now we're watching Larry's media tour info about the Summoner, which I haven't watched yet. Just the first video, first 1 minute, like checking the style he's going to present it, and yeah, I'm very excited about the content, about how the Summoner will change. So let's go over that.
Summoner, yes. Good old Summoner. No longer a dot or ruin mage with summons on the side, but actual summons. Not only that, but the new job gear is perfect. I mean, just look at that Summoner dome. There's a lot that has changed. I mean, it's a complete rework, but let's go over it. I think you're gonna like it. But first,
yeah, I don't know. The Summoner dong, if it's dyeable, that would be cool, but it doesn't seem so different than before. I'm not sure about that. It doesn't seem so much different.
Like it. But first, I have a disclaimer. I was sponsored by Square Enix to try out this development build of Endwalker, and everything that you see here is subject to significant changes. That includes potencies especially. Since a lot of them change throughout all of the jobs, I would not worry about them. But anyway, let's take a look.
Yeah, let's take a look.
First, let's go over Summoner's non-summon abilities. For single target, you have Ruin 3, which is much faster and beefy now, and Try Disaster,
much faster?
which is much faster and...
Oh, nice! They reduced the cast time, so that... No way. That is a significant and big change. That means you're able to cast the rune spell in the way that you're using it as a healer, like Astrologian, for example. So you're able to move after it. Oh my god. That changes a lot here. That's already one of the biggest changes in my opinion. Jeez, that's amazing.
And Try Disaster for AoE. Energy Drain and Energy...
Wait a second. Try Disaster is AoE? Okay.
For AoE. Energy Drain and Energy Siphon still give you 2 stacks of Aetherflow, which you could spend on Fester or Pain Flare. This also gives you 1 Ruin 4, which you can use, which is now an instant AoE, and big.
Instant AoE? So, let's see. We have Energy Drain and Siphon giving us further rune, 1 stack of further rune, and Aetherflow 2. That means 2 stacks of Aetherflow, so we can use it for Fester and Pain Flare. So that basically is the same, just that we don't have the dot thing in there again. Yeah, that seems reasonable at least.
This also gives you 1 Ruin 4, which you can use, which is...
But this is an AoE? Oh my god, that's amazing. Yeah, we're losing a lot of damage due to the dots being removed. So I guess this will compensate that.
Is now an instant AoE, and big. And that's it. Everything else you're going to be doing is summoning. Summoner has 2 different kinds of summon.
It's weaving spell now? Yeah, so if I see this correctly, we don't have Ruin 2 anymore, right? I see the hot, but yeah, let's continue. But yeah, you're right. That's actually more advanced, and while I think it's a good change, it's definitely a change that will alter your playstyle significantly, because you just cannot always stick to Rune 2 whenever something happens and you're not aware of what happened, or you haven't prepared anything. So you really have to go in making your theory in preparation correct.
Big. And that's it. Everything else you're going to be doing is summoning. Summoner has 2 different kinds of summons.
Oh, that is awesome. Look at that. That's a gap closer.
And that's it. Everything else you're going to be doing is summoning. Summoner has 2 different kinds of summons. The Demi-summons, like Bahamut and Phoenix, and then the new elemental summons.
That's
like
amazing.
Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan. Bahamut and Phoenix will recharge your ability to summon the 3 elemental summons. And the overall rotation is going to be a loop of Bahamut to the 3 primals and Phoenix to the 3 primals. And whenever a summon...
Okay, let me check this again. Okay, so we have Bahamut, Firebird. I think these are the same so far. Yeah, and we have this 1 times the elemental phase. You summon all of these, then switching back into summon Bahamut and into Firebird. Okay, that's a lot of stuff that's happening. That's cool because you're busy, but in a very positive way again. Not like you have to intersect all the time with just spamming rune and applying or reapplying dots and stuff, but be more active and have... This could actually be the job that has the most variation inside of his rotation. While, okay, it's just simply the same button presses with the same range, with the same spell timer, or the same... I click this, it deals ranged magical damage to this amount of enemies, or to a single target enemy. But it feels different because you have different appearances on the summons, on the elemental summons. I like that.
To the 3 primals and Phoenix to the 3 primals. And whenever a summon is out, it replaces the spells on your bar. There are 3 new spells which are used solely for your summon's abilities. Aetherflow is for special abilities for every summon. Gemshine is for single target, and Precious Brilliance is for AoE. These ones are used only for the elemental summons and have a certain amount of charges depending on which summon you have out. The Demi-summons will replace Ruin 3, Tri-Disaster, Aetherflow, and Enkindle. During Bahamut, you have Astral Impulse for an instant single target, and Astral Flare for instant AoE. You also get 1 Death Flare and 2 Akmorns.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he does all of his auto attacks on his own. You don't...
Yes! Yes! Oh my god! That's what I wanted. Yes! That's amazing.
You don't have to activate them. And he doesn't follow you around like a lost puppy anymore.
No!
He will stay still.
No way! He doesn't follow you anymore. That's amazing. That is the biggest change, apart from, of course, having new elemental summons. Oh my god. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh my god, that's great. So this is perfect. We don't have anything happening except that he's standing still and casting his stuff. That's amazing.
And he doesn't follow you around like a lost puppy anymore.
Yes.
He will stay still. Each summon does a big with 2 Gs AoE ability when it comes out. So Ifrit's abilities are high potency cast times and a gap closer melee combo. You have 2 charges available to use on either Ruby Right single target or Ruby Catastrophe AoE. Then you have Crimson Cyclone to dash into the boss, which combos into Crimson Strike. Both of those are instant AoEs. Then Titan's abilities are about weaving medium potency instant spells with off globals. You have 4 charges available for...
Okay, so this is really... They are different, right? So Ifrit is casting, very long casting, like 2.7 seconds with AoE potential. With a rushes forward, delivers fire attack, first enemy and last... Oh, it's AoE rush? Oh my god, that's amazing.
Have Crimson Cyclone to dash into the boss, which combos into Crimson Strike. Both of those are instant AoEs. Then Titan's abilities are about weaving medium potency instant spells with...
Okay, weaving medium potency, like... Wait a second, 700 potency? Still AoE? Okay, the big ones seem to be the same. Yeah. Summoning them is just pushing out this big attack automatically and also summoning them. So this is 700 potency. This is single target 430 or 180 AoE that you have to cast, which I really like that there's a difference. So it's not just spamming the buttons on all of these, but it's a difference. That's amazing. With Crimson Strike, which is a big attack. But this seems... Yeah, this is an instant cast as well. So the Enkindle ability is just strong. Grants 4 stacks of Earth Attunement. So you use these stacks to do the special attacks.
Potency instant spells with off globals. You have 4 charges available for Topaz Right, a single target instant, or Topaz Catastrophe.
Okay, that's great. So you basically have tools now to accommodate happening movement situations, for example, which definitely makes the whole summoner theory crafting and be prepared for the fighter you're dealing, the encounter you're dealing with, much more complex now. Yeah, you really have to be prepared about what's happening.
An AoE instant. And after each one of those, you're able
to
bow down
overdwell.
Mountain Buster between them, and then you do a little clap.
Wait.
Garuda's
Wait, what? And 30% less. That's AoE, okay.
For those, you're able to weave in Mountain Buster between them.
You can weave them in. Nice. That's amazing.
And after each one of those, you're able to weave in Mountain Buster between them. And then you do a little clap. Clap, clap, clap. Garuda's abilities are lower potency, but gotta go fast. Super quick instant spells. Along with a casted floor AoE. That's right, we kind of have Shadow Flare. You have 4 charges available to use on Emerald Right for single target or Emerald Catastrophe for AoE. Then you have Slipstream to Hardcast, which leaves an AoE on the ground, so make sure the boss isn't going to move out of it. And finally, you have Phoenix to finish it all off. Phoenix will also do its auto attacks automatically and still has the AoE regen. You have Fountain of Fire for instant single target and Brand of Purgatory for instant AoE. It's no longer a 1-2 combo. There's also 2 revelations just like before, and there's a new ability called Rekindle. It's a 200 potency cure on any target, and it grants the Rekindle status.
Nice!
When that person's HP falls below 50%, or if the timer wears off.
Let me check the tooltip here again.
Status.
Healing over time when HP falls below 50% or upon effect duration expiration. Oh, nice. That's basically a mixture of, how's it called, from the Scholar. That's cool.
When that person's HP falls below 50%, or if the timer wears off, it'll trigger Rekindle and give them a 200 potency regen. Such flavor. Besides those, you also have 2 carbuncle abilities, because we couldn't forget about you, little guy. Radiant Aegis is a 20% HP shield on yourself and has 2 charges. This is very good because I die a lot. And Devotion has become Searing Light, a 3% damage buff to everybody, but for 30 seconds on a 2-minute cooldown. And that's it. I think I got it all. Also, there's a funny little tidbit.
Yeah, X-Cock, exactly.
Below level 90, you summon Ifrit, Garuda, and Eggies instead. So the little Chimkin Nugget will come out and do a little rock attack and disappear. Still can't believe we get to use Titan. And when you're even lower than that, you have different versions of some of these spells. Like, without Bahamut, you have Dreadworm Trance, and before even that, you get Aether Charge and Carbuncle Summons. Yeah, Summoner's gonna be very interesting even at low levels. So what do you think? I freaking love it. Trying to do the rotation in the little time that I had, I felt like I was always summoning something. Actually, there's basically no filler at all. Some people are concerned that Summoner became too trivial, but I think that actually I was pressing a wider variety of buttons more often than I did before. Keep in mind, right now we have 3 buttons that we never use, the Summon 3 Eggies. But in this version, we're pressing those buttons all the time. And also, the rotation contains choices. And where there is choice, there is complexity.
That's the best thing about it.
Said that. We are finally true summoners, and I am a very happy Summoner Dong enthusiast. Thank you so much for watching, and all of my videos on the Endwalker job changes are out now, so check out the playlist in the link in the description below to watch the next one. Okay, bye.
He lost Titan. Okay, guys. So to sum it all up, I guess what I like the most, of course, is that Bahamut. I'm not sure, he hasn't mentioned it. If Phoenix is standing still as well and just doing his stuff, but that Bahamut is standing still and just constantly using Astral Flare. No, Astral Flare is actually something you get there. Okay, you really get your Rune 3 replaced there. Oh my god. So this is actually an instant phase now as well. So, okay, Bahamut and Firebird Trance are definitely on the same spot right now. They're kind of the same thing, except that you're having the healing spell on Firebird Trance, and then you have all these summons in between, or yeah, I think you can argue which is the filler phase now, because that's look at the damage output there. Oh my god, that's cool. I like that a lot, and I think if Bahamut is standing still doing his stuff, which I like so much more, like there's no need, when it be in a roleplay manner or in a gameplay manner, that once you summon this powerful minion like Bahamut, look at the size of Bahamut. It doesn't make sense that Bahamut would follow you all the way to the target or to the boss, whatever. So yeah, I think that's one of the best changes. And yeah, I guess it may be more complex now. It may actually be more complex now because you have to think about when to use the very long cast, like the one from Ifrit, or when to use the Ruby Right stuff, which is kind of a long cast. Like 2.7 seconds cast time is longer than everything we had before. I think still spell speed doesn't make any sense as long as they don't change it completely, because now we have dots being removed, which is even less significant for spell speed now. Summoner could actually be the job that doesn't want any spell speed on his set, because now it's completely useless. You just have this one. You just have Ruby Right, the little rune cast, and let's see the big drop down AoE from Garuda, right? Which is a long cast, like 2.9 seconds cast. But yeah, so far that's purely amazing. We're finally a real summoner. We are summoning things. I'm not sure about the leveling process, why we're still getting these Aggie versions here. Because exactly at these levels, look at the levels. That's exactly where we defeated these bosses. So why don't we just summon them at these levels? It's perfectly fine. I think from the story development and the character explanation, we're not more powerful when we reach Shadowbringers. Yeah, we are more powerful, but not like 100 times more powerful to be able to summon the real deal. Like, I'm not sure if they would actually just have started it here on these levels because of the job quests. Okay, the job quests, that makes sense, but they could maybe change something in there as well. But you're right, to make it easy that they don't have to change graphics and stuff on the job quest there. Definitely a thing. I can't imagine using spell speed on Summoner 2 because all the instant casts, 100% minimum spell speed, I guess. Yeah, exactly. It's even more than before. Now we basically just have this tiny little, and believe that's just 4 casts. We get 4 stacks here from Fire Attunement. So this are 4 casts plus the one big one on Garuda here, the drop down AoE. Everything else is instant, and I actually don't know how much and how often you will use Rune 3. So yeah, it's definitely a thing. A very, very great change. I'm really excited to play the Summoner and Endwalker.